Manners are the face of the man, and his suit is his character. From time to time we update our wardrobe, adding new suits and accessorize it to it. This is important because trends are changing, and our clothes emphasize our style. But how often do we update the look of our car to express our sense of style? Most people do not. Because of that, we want to pay attention how important it is to take care about your car. And we will talk about the suit specially created for cars and its owners, by their added standards. It's not by chance that we have chosen fashion house Ermenegildo Zegna for this special project. After all, Maserati and Zegna have been official partners for more than 5 years. By joining forces, Maserati and Zegna created a special silk fabric combined with soft leather to trim the Maserati. In 2019, at the Geneva Motor Show, a new interior design was presented with lever-waving remission of carbon fiber, as in the LARTE design kits. Today we will talk about the importance of creating a personal style with Andrea Asti, the head of the made-to-measure department. Hello, Andrea.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise.
Could you tell us why it's so important for people to take care about their own image?
It's really important indeed today taking care of its own image. I think that the way that we present ourselves to the world actually it affects our behavior. So if we think that we are projecting a good image, we can become more enthusiastic, positive-minded, determined somehow. It will improve our self-esteem and actually you become more aware about your strength. Secondly, I think that nowadays people will tend to judge according to the first impressions. So if we take care of our image, I believe that we will have a better chance to have a better social life or having more opportunities in a work environment, etc., etc.
It makes a perfect sense. Did you know that there is a way to change the car's wardrobe?
Absolutely no idea. Tell me more about it.
For cars, we create the suits, and you can saw the Maserati Levante standing close to the boutique in perfect suits made by LARTE Design International Tuning Studio. Getting back to your work, could you tell us what the difference between made-to-measure and bespoke, and how does the tailoring begin?
The tailoring, starting from the last question, the tailoring begins from what really the client has in mind. So most of the time the client gets inspired from what he sees outside the world, otherwise from his needs. So it's really important when the clients get to us from different channels to understand what he really wants, what is really in his mind. So through questioning, basically we need to discover the need of the suits, what did he see, what he wants, the style that he's looking for, and according with that we can start going through our selection of fabric or models and play with the measurements. The difference between instead made-to-measure and bespoke, there are several differences. The most important thing is that the made-to-measure, it's a faster way to produce a personalized item. So we start from the patterns that the brand suggested. So each brand, also with Zegna, they suggest different patterns. So the clients will start with these patterns, and according with his ideas, we adjust the measurement or we suggest some fabric or some personalization. It requires roughly 8 weeks, 9 weeks to be delivered, and only 2 or 3 fittings to deliver the garments. The bespoke, it's a different thing. It starts with an atomic measurement. It requires more time, more fitting, and you actually can personalize the item from scratch according with a really the idea on the client.
It's very similar to the process how we create our suits for our cars. A similar procedure is used. Taking measures from the car, drawing the making of future lines, and then the master proceeds to create the perfect suit for the car, and the subsequent fitting of the accessory parts, just like a suit. What fabrics does Zegna use?
Well, we have a wide selection of fabric. For instance, here we took samples of suits fabric. We have different weight, we have different quality of the fabric itself. So really, as we said before, Katia, we start from the needs of the client. So what is gonna need the suit or the jacket for. According with that, we can play with a certain quality, a certain weight, because of course we have different weight, summer, winter, mid-season. We do have travel fabric, so something that is more resistant to the hard usage of the garment itself. Going to the prestige fabric that involves cashmere, vicuña, blended fabric with silk. So the variety is very big. Katia, tell me about your materials instead. What we can use for the personalization of the car.
In the manufacture of our suits, we also use the best fabrics, made exclusively from composite materials. This is a sample of carbon fiber fabric. It's very soft and pleasant to the touch. They come in different thickness, waves, and widths of threads, and after a special process, this fabric hardens and becomes very durable and impact resistant. Materials like these are also used in the construction of yachts and aircrafts. We also use basalt fabric. It is different in color and it's very strong, and it's widely used in the aerospace industry. I really like how the term sur mesure sounds, because in our portfolio we have the same name, the Mesure tuning kit for Infiniti model.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay.
There is a resemblance even here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andrea. It was really so interesting to talk to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for this conversation and this interesting speech about your materials.
Likewise, very interesting.
Thank you so much.
To meet you. Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
The design of your car emphasizes your own style no less than items of clothes. And if in the case of a wardrobe you may need the help of a Zegna tailor, the style of your car could be assisted by LARTE design. The atelier specialist will assist you to find the best suit for your vehicle.